time. Today is Monday, September the 18th. Link to Class Nearpod is in the chat. Please go ahead and join. Remember, the session will be recorded in case anybody is absent or we're gonna go over the lesson again. Join Nearpod using your first name and last initial. Let's get started. Some reminders for the week. We have these modules due for the week and there are only 2 quizzes. I am going to go over the quizzes in my open office. I'm also going over TFAR questions from last week. If you need help, join open office today for TFAR questions. You will also earn half credits back if you participate. So lesson targets for today. Today, I am reviewing percent problems so that I can apply the concept of percent to sales tax, interest, and monetary incentives. I know I got it if I can analyze percent problems and suggest solutions. So my next slide is going to be a time to climb slide. You need to have paper and pencil to solve their multi-step questions, and I've allowed you 1 minute and 15 seconds on each question. Obama, send me an email, right? So I can share with you all the information you need so you can make up that test. Time to climb, you need paper and pencil so you can solve the questions faster and compete your friends. So choose a character and join the game. Just like carnival theme. Yes. Choose a character and join the game. Yes, Mia, absolutely. Join Nearpod. It should be fun. Don't take it so serious. Remember, this time to climb is basically for you guys to see where you are with this lesson, because I picked some of the key questions and I put it in time to climb. So these are for you to see where you are with regards to this lesson. So in the upcoming session, you know where to join. Do you think you need guidance from the teacher and stay in main room the entire time? Do you think you can fly on your own and work with your group mates to conquer the questions? So you decide where you have to be. So basically, I do this for you. The game has now started, and question 1 reads, refer to the image. You want to find the sale price at store X of a camera that costs $80, right? At store X. And here it is. Yes, Lucia. I mean, every activity in the class, I think, is going to be a required part of the session. But I won't charge you anything if you won't join, right? Cannot make it like forceful. Amani, I received your message. I will have to check. Okay, Amani, I'm going to have to check. I wrote it down, and I'm going to get back with you on that. Here we have question 2. Question 2 says, refer to the image. The sale price at store Y of a camera that costs $80 will be store Y. Xavier already answered. Nice. Blake already answered. Very good. Mac already answered. Really good. You guys are very fast. Bella, very good. Morgan, very good. Caitlin, Xavier, excellent, excellent. You messed up. Doesn't seem like. Got it, Abigail. I received your message. Question 2, 15 seconds more. You wanted to find the sale price at store Y of a camera that costs $80. Question 3. Mr. Joris opened up a savings account with an initial deposit of $560 and will not make any additional deposits or withdrawals. The account earns 1% simple interest. What is the total amount? What is the total amount that Mr. Joris will have in his account at the end of 1 year? Remember, he starts with 560 deposits in his account. That is to stay. But over a period of 1 year, he will also be earning some interest. So the amount in his account should go up by the end of 1 year. Emery and Caitlin, very good. Melanie, very good. Shamir, Jezebel, excellent. Bella, very good. Caden, excellent. Aiden. Okay, we still have a few seconds more if you haven't answered. Michael misclicked. At least check your answer with ours. That is that one that you wanted to choose. Then the final question. It is going to be the same question, but now 3 years. So Mr. Joris opened saving account with 560, the rate of interest 1%, but now saves for 3 years rather than 1 year, right? So what is the total amount in his account at the end of 3 years? Caitlin, very good, very fast. Bella, very good, very fast. Emery, excellent. Xavier, Bella, Caden, Journey, very good. Mecca, Blake, Amani, Jezebel, Aiden, Kyler, Isaiah, Harmony, and Luisa. Very good, very good. Yep, see? Very good. We still have around 20 seconds more to answer if you haven't. So this activity is meant to tell you where you are in the learning process. So you can decide in this upcoming time, the remaining time of the class, how you plan to learn with us. Students, it is advised that you sign into Nearpod using first name and last initial only. Do not put in complete names because it is like a recorded session and I wouldn't want to put in your names right there. At this time, I will open up breakout rooms, right? And I want you to be working in groups of 4 or less. Try to be groups of 4. That is just ideal in our class. Look at the self-paced Nearpod, and here is the link. Choose a question that you feel confident. Present the question to your group. Right? Speak as you are solving on the whiteboard. Speak, right? Talk about it as you are solving so it makes more sense to them. And after you have solved, if they have questions, answer all the questions. When everybody is in agreement, box your answer, sign your name. So when I visit your breakout room, I can see who did what. I am the kind of person who goes back to your rooms after class and I see who did what, and I also read the chat and I do what not. So I can, look at the complete picture that I cannot during live session, right? So this is how breakout rooms work. If you think you need time with the teacher so you can have a full grasp of the topic, right, because of how you did on the time to climb or how you just personally feel you will learn better with the teacher, you can stay in the main room and use the same link that you are using to solve the problems. I open up breakout rooms for 14 minutes, and breakout rooms have now opened. There are 5 rooms. If you want to let your classmates know in the chat which room you will join, you can let them know. You can, Jezebel. In the main room, this is what we will look at. The warm-up questions first, right? I am very excited to hear that, Lily. You hadn't told me. You can always send me pictures, and that would be so lovely. We'll love to see it. So for those who are going to be with me in the main room and will and have chosen to stay in the main room with me, we are using the same link. We continue to use the same link and get started. I want to see your good work. This is your warm-up question. Okay. Aiden, very good. We will annotate the question a little. The question says, Store X offers 15% discount. The price of the camera is $80. Can you find the discounted price? Get started. First, find for Store X. Aiden, show me some details of your work. Anne-Marie, show me details of your work. Blake, Vaughn, Caden, Caitlin, Michael, Morgan. Show me details of your work so I can see and understand. Show me some details of your work. Or if I open this up in the whiteboard, will you be able to do some part of it? Would you be able to show the class? Oh, Xavier, that will not help all the time. Because on the actual assessment, the answer choices are more wisely written out. My answer choices were like the quickest answer choices, you know, right? And I could duplicate questions that apply to the next question too. So not much thinking about being reasonable, but I knew if you guys are going to be looking at it carefully, you can figure out the answers like you did. And I'm happy you are being mathematically reasonable. Juan, show me details of your work. Xavier, join Nearpod. Show me how you would do it now. Shamir, Perseus, Morgan, Michael. I see here Melanie's work. Melanie, I agree to you. Hayden, I agree to you, but show me some details of your work so I can give you some feedback. So how will we find the sale price for Store X? Who will guide us? Perseus, can you guide us on how to find sale price for Store X? There are some people who would not like me to call on them during class. If that is the case, always feel free to let me know. And we can try to work it out a different way. Perseus, at least hop on the mic. Let me know. What do you know about the question? Caitlin, hop on the mic. I think you want to guide us.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you, Caitlin.
Okay, so I picked B because since 50% is $68, so I picked B since because 15% off of the original price would be 68 and 1/5 equals 20%. I just picked the number that is like slightly cheaper than 68.
Oh, Caitlin, without doing much math, very smart, very good, excellent. Caitlin, would you still be able to guide us on this one? For example, if your classmates are a little confused about, okay, how do we do this one? How do we do the 15% for Store X? Do you think you'll be able to guide us? We still want to find for Store X. So for those who are confused about how to find the percent, you know that the discount offers 15%, right, of the cost of $80. Right, Precise? Do you know how much is 15% as a decimal number? You want to find 15% of $80. Do you know how much is 15% of $80? Do you know 15% as a decimal? Percents are out of 100, right? So when I say 15%, I mean to say 15 hundredths. So how do you write 15 hundredths? Like this. And then of is multiplication, multiply by 80. Go ahead, figure it out. Yes, Caden. Okay. So StoreX offers 15% discount, that is 0.15 times 80. And Caden says $12. If the discount is $12, then the discounted price is going to be how much? The sale price is going to be how much? It's going to be 80 minus 12. How much? Make sure you guys are taking some good notes if you are struggling, so that you may always refer to your notes. So sale price is going to be $68. Very good. This is for StoreX. Then let's look at Store Y. Store Y offers you 1/5 discount, right? So same, we'll do 1/5 of $80, and of means multiply, right? Times 80. And whenever you do times a whole number, that also means times 80 over 1. And if you multiply, what do you get? 1 times 80, you get 80. 5 times 1, you get 5. Do you know how to handle it from here? 80/5 means 80 divided by 5. Can you figure out for Store Y? 1/5 of 80. 1/5 means split the thing into 5 equal parts. In simple words. Absolutely, Mia. Absolutely. You can do that. That is going to be 16. Yeah, very good. Then we also want to find the sale price, the discounted price per se, right? So remember, the actual price 80. After you take away the discount, minus 16, the discounted price is how much? Oh, Jezebel, let's see. $64, right? Now the discounted price for Store Y is going to be $64. Now read the questions carefully. It might be tripping. D says the sale price is going to be $16 for Store Y. Is that true? Are they going to sell $80 thing for $16? No, they are going to sell it for 64 because you still have to subtract. And that is why Caitlin said Store Y, B is correct. Store Y is going to sell it for 64. And that is the better selling price than the $68. Yes. Are there questions before we look at the next one? No questions. Okay. Let's go ahead and move on. Look at the interest question. The good thing about the interest question is, I did, Xavier. Sometimes it just feels like the question might be hard, but I know you guys are way higher than these questions. That is why I try to give you opportunities to work on your own so we don't bore you in the class, because you guys are a group of advanced learners. When I walk into the session, when I open the session, I have to be careful about my words and my numbers, because I know here I have In fact, my teachers in this session will be telling me more different ways of doing things, and I am going to be very happy to see that, right? Not going to be offended, not going to feel bad. I'm going to feel good because I get to learn with you guys. The good thing about this question, the simple interest question, is the formula is given to you in the reference chart. It will say simple interest equals I equals PRT. This little hint is going to be given to you, nothing more, but in the reference chart, this little thing is going to be given to you. Now, in your world, you need to know what that I means. I is interest. The question relates to interest. The letter P represents principal. How much did someone borrow or save so they can earn interest or pay interest, right? Principal. In this case, $560. Then R represents rate, the rate of interest. In this question, 1%. Then times T, T represents time. Okay? This is how you could have handled this question. And if you read carefully, the principal is the amount saved, 560. Rate, 1%. Time, 3 years. If you'll multiply, you will get how much interest they earn over 3 years. If I want to change it to a complete mathematical statement, 560 times 0.01 times 3. Go ahead, calculate and tell me how much is the interest. Calculate the amount of interest. See? Does anybody have questions over this one at this time about calculating interest? PRT, principal. Caitlin, very good. Blake, very good. The interest is going to be $16.80. Then read the question carefully. They're not asking you only interest. They ask you the total amount. They want to ask you the total amount. You know the person already added 560 in the account. Over 3 years, the bank gives him $16.80 as earnings from interest. Right? So how much money will the person have at the end of 3 years? He will have over $560. He will have what Caitlin said, $576.80. And it is important that you guys read the questions carefully. If you just found the interest, you did great, but remember, you still missed the last step, and the test will count it wrong. Are there questions? That all makes sense? Very good. So you guys have mastered the warm-up question. Now is the next question. That's what your classmates in breakout rooms are doing, is this first problem. With the amount of time we have, I'm not going to ask you to do too much, but at least I can ask you to do part 1. Let's see, I'm going to go to this question, part 1. Find for car R. Just find for car R. If you can do for car R and show me your learning, you are good. Everybody get started. I'm going to hop into breakout rooms, see what my students are doing. In fact, they'll be back in the main room quite shortly. Everybody get started. Find for car R. Let me see how you will get started. And just a little guidance, car R applies discount 1. And as I look at the question, I realized just now, my self-paced learners, if you look at my answer key, don't trust it. I forgot to handle the rebate. I'm just looking at it right now. I misread the question. So don't trust my answer fully. For car R, I didn't handle the rebate. That's the little part I missed. So I'm going to fix this answer key and I'm going to repost in the plan so those of you who will practice can get it right. Practice 1 is B. It's supposed to be B. That's what Joshua is saying. Let me see. I will let you know. I probably have some partial answers that will guide me. So I do not even have partial answers. So car R should have been 19,324. Did someone do the question? Do you guys agree to my answer key or do you not agree to my answer key? Kaden, you did it? I just seem to be forgotten about this question. Can't remember if I even did it right. But I'm going to look at it. Those of you who are doing the 5%, let me see. Blake, I agree to you. To do the 5%, you do 0.05 times Perseus, show me your work so I can give you feedback, right, Perseus? Set up the small statement so I can see your work and give you feedback. So find the 5%, 0.05. You did, Morgan? Then times the price of the cost of the car, 25,340. But I'm going to go back to this question. I am not very sure if I put in the right answer. For some reason, I don't know. Okay. Let me go to the next slide and see what did I do. So I forgot here. This is what I'm talking about. See, I did everything. And this is the part I forgot to do the further rebate. I should have also subtracted the rebate over here, but I didn't. That's why my solution is not going to be valid. And I picked car S, so probably this might be the answer. Or I don't know. I'm going to have to check. Thank you so much for joining. And if you want some help looking at the TFAR from last week, join Open Office. We will look at those questions. You got A for car S. Okay, Morgan. But don't trust this one. You know, this is a partial answer because forgot the rebate. I got to look at that one. Thank you so much for joining. Enjoy the rest of your day.